This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the puppet. You then can put Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. I'll resume session 2. Nelson Barbosa. He is named successor to a man named Levy as the finance secretary, or called finance minister is a more common thing that they're calling him, of Brazil. And listeners, if you're wondering what this is, you can navigate. If you are curious enough to make a few clicks, I would advise you to go to my YouTube channel, find the playlist for open mic. There's not a lot of them at this moment. There's about 5 of them. And one of them says Burundi. You know, the idea was the Burundi, the violence in Burundi. There's civil war type violence. Dead bodies on the street are common. Terrible situation. There's violent situations like that happening in the world, minute by minute, day by day. What made this trend is the United States warning its citizens to leave the country. So I happened to catch it. It was trending, and I got this bright idea. It was unachieved. What I imagined did not happen, and what I imagined is that I would solicit and perhaps get a voice. These people are tweeting about the violence in Burundi. I was looking for and finding people who had Burundi flags in their profile and described themselves as being from Burundi. They were expressing themselves in a tweet. Perhaps they'd express themselves if I gave them a link to a Google Hangout, and they would do it by voice. This was a great idea. It was unachieved. And subsequent thought has led me to believe it is perhaps unachievable. However, unexpected good things happen. One is I found it kind of fun, even though I didn't get a voice on my Hangout. I felt sort of closer to the situation in an emotional way and in a positive way. I was experiencing negative emotions, a total positive experience. So I kept doing it. And just recently, I got listeners. You would scan, you would find a different open mic called The Colonel, and listen to the hothead man who wanted to be addressed as Colonel. And he carried on in a phone conversation with me for about 15 minutes, and it was no doubt entertaining. From the angry voices I've gone live unscripted with, who have been recorded, that those recordings are quite popular. So again, back to the Burundi thing, something happened that made me continue. I still have yet to get the idea that someone, a target person like tonight's target, would be someone who cares about this Brazil political change of Mr. Levy to Nelson Barbosa. Someone joining me on a Google Hangout and express themselves via voice. That would be the idea. That has yet to happen. And again, it may never happen. However, getting an additional voice like I did with Colonel, when he called me, his voice is faint because he came in by telephone, not by Google Hangout. If someone came in by Google Hangout, their voice would be equivalent volume to mine instead of the faint volume like the Colonel. I'm going to tend to a couple of pings from my wife before I resume tweeting. My wife is on the other side, literally on opposite sides of the Lincoln Tunnel. She Authority bus terminal is on the very near New York side of the Lincoln Tunnel, and I'm at a Dunkin' Donuts on the very near the Lincoln Tunnel. So with that, I resume. And again, I look for people who are tweeting in their own words rather than a pre-scripted tweet by someone else. I can't always tell the difference, but I try. And most of the tweets and the profiles are in Portuguese, so when I can't translate well enough to find a few English words, then okay, this is Marco Aurelio. Marco Aurelio. I will follow Marco. He's it's a Portuguese word for Brazil man. Brasileño. So I begin my first tweet of session 2. Nelson Barbosa. Brazil man. DHL is supposed to be here within 20 minutes. 16 minutes. Brazil man. So I'm going to second journalist. No, I don't think these are words of the person. Barbaros. Second journalist Nelson Barbosa. I'm going to add my Google link. And that one, but that one. Listeners, probably nobody is wondering why I have this bag in here, but it's to avoid that rapid sound of water, like air passing over my mic. I feel a little self-conscious about it, so there's the answer. Nobody is probably wondering about. And okay, so first tweet of session 2. In the meantime, I got 18 new tweets. This is not Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga hot, but it is. This is great. Describes the new finance minister as an ex-professor. I will call him a former professor. And he's also a. So this is Eliezer Bagate, and he is a sommelier, which is someone that knows a whole lot about wine and makes money because he or she knows a lot about wines. Wine. Okay, so, so, sommelier. Knew I wouldn't be able to spell it. Sommelier. I should have trusted myself. Sommelier. Two L's. God, it's sommelier. Sommelier. Man. And I'm going to change X to farmer. And I'm going to change professor to academic pro. No, I'll change farmer prof. I'll say Nelson Barbosa. Uh, Barbosa. Hope I didn't do it wrong last time. Barbosa. I'll add my Google link. And now I will go hunting for my on my chin pickles. Okay, I'm dropping it. It's a nuisance. You know it works. Effectively removes that noise. And there we tweet number a couple. And this is to Eliezer Aketek. He's a sommelier. And that was 3 minutes ago. Okay. Only 4 new tweets. This thing is stalling. Nelson, you were big news and you're already passe. There's another picture of him. Okay, I've got Dignado. Now I'm afraid to do this one wrong. He himself as a convict, but I don't think you can tweet from Brazil jails. No, you can't tweet from American jails. Probably plenty of prisoners do, but they're not supposed to. So I'm afraid to do this wrong, so I'm going to call him. I'm not going to translate the words. I'm going to say convicto indignado, man. Here we go. Convicto indignado, man. Ultimate chance, Nelson Barbosa. Ultimate chance, Nelson Barbosa. All right, and there's my. And there goes. Okay, so that went to this man. It appears to be a convict. I'm not taking the time to translate his words, but I played it safe and didn't translate. I just put the words as they were. Liberals, piadas. Defensa. Libros, Barbosa. I can't make sense of that profile, and I wish I could have. The tweet was good. Damn. Great, got one. So this is Marcelo Torres. Marcelo, my words, the media pro man. Very easy to translate. He's already got one retweet. So here we go. Media pro man and new. I'm not going to capitalize finance minister. Minister Nelson Barbosa. Add my Google link. Get my JPEG. And shall now have 5 minutes here. And I am beginning to doubt it. Break, I called DHL. And they just said, we're running late. Merry Christmas. So here's someone. Oh, great. This guy's name is Lippy. I'm going to follow Lippy. He's a gamer. That makes it easier. Gamer man. I don't have to find any other words. I know that can't like the. I'm not going to figure out his tweet. So here we go. Lippy, Lipi, tweeted just moments ago. So I'm going to say gamer, man, new, finance minister, Nelson Barbosa. And get my Google link and my JPEG. Oh, that's the wrong one. So I clear out my folder, but I don't want to do that this time. I'm not going to be. Okay, that one was. My latest tweet hasn't shown up, but that was Philly about 3 minutes ago, and he's a gamer. 3 more minutes. I can call DHL. We'll find one more of these. Three new ones just popped up. This is definitely Stalin. Nelson Barbosa, you are yesterday's news. Interesting. Here's the first. Now this one's in English. His name is Marco de Mark, which is probably not his name. Inventor, mountaineer, sailor, marine. Wow, he's got quite a list of resume here. So I'm going to call him sailor. Inventor, music man, Marco de Mark. He tweeted 1 minute ago. The head off. Watch, Nelson will become a victim of violence, and I'll have hacked the head off Nelson Barbosa. Okay, I am repeating what Music Man said. Marco de Mark. And I'm not going to do hack the head off. I don't hesitate. Foul language at all. But threats of violence, I'm just going to reduce it to hack. So now I got hacked, Nelson Barbosa. It's threatening. Then hack the head off, especially in the timing of IS and their famed way of killing people through decapitation. So with that, I get my Google link, and off we go with a open mic. Got my JPEG, got my Google link, and to get that, Marco de Mark, and he tweets. His profile's in English. He tweets in English, and he says, "Hack the head off Nelson Barbosa," and it will happen. I reduced hack the head off to hack. I didn't want to type the threat of violence. Hack sounded a little safer. Jose Maria. That's a man's name and a woman's name combined. So I can call this person Jose Maria. I think Jose is always a man's name, and Maria is always a woman's name. So this is a man. So it's just some Spanish twist, or playing names with games with his. This is a pseudonym or whatever, but he says he's Jose, and he's got a picture of a man. So Jose Maria de Olive tweeted 1 minute ago, Nelson Barbaros, and I will reply. And I already saw what I can call him. I can call him an academic pro man. Academic pro man. Nelson I'm taking a chance on this. Barbosa. I'm going to say confiscate workers, pay, whatever. I don't think that's a questionable translation, but he got some of the words right. The reading is probably off. It's definitely not favorable. I mean, the tweeter, the Jose's tweet getting long. Okay, so there goes my tweet. Academic Pro Man. This went to Jose Maria something something. And Jose's tweet was Jose Maria de Olive. And just occurred to me that I don't have the. I'm just going to leave this hangout open. And I'm going to call DHL. Whatever. Help with something else. Representative. No. Yeah, hi, I'm Tom Duty. I've got an overdue pickup. I've called once and it's been scheduled properly. It was backlogged and it was transferred to a different driver. I'll have the pickup number in just a moment. A little bit slow. Oh, I got an error. Oh, I can't believe this. I actually can believe it. Yeah, I'm waiting on a pickup, and I was just attempting to. I think I can stop